Hey, man, congratulations on the season for you and the entire organization. I know it's been a lot of work, a lot of long nights, and you just mentioned to us before we came on that you took a nap today at the media day, and we have proof, not just one shot, but here's Chris Buescher. This is maybe a little brave, though, right, to get a shot of your team owner sleeping, and he's walking over to you. These guys didn't believe that you were actually sleeping, by the way, did you, Clint?
Well, he is getting up there in age, but he's sleeping because he's got a lot of tasks. He's got a lot going on these days. He's got fast race cars. There's a reason for it.
Bubba got a shot too, Brad. So you just took a nap?
I don't know how long I was out, but it felt great. And you know what? I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm the one who's rested.
Amen. I love it. I love it. You know, listen, when you started this team, you had a vision, you had confidence. And despite the fact that people may have doubted what could happen in a quick amount of time, you've been able to do it. When you look at this team this season, how close are you to where you guys want to be?
Yeah, certainly, Shannon, a ton of progress. And, we've got two cars right now that I think can run for race wins and top fives and hopefully go deep in the playoffs. Who knows? Maybe even win it all. These playoffs are really dynamic. I think everybody's looking at Martin Truex Jr. and saying he's the favorite. He's got a lot of speed every week. He's won races, won the regular season. But the way we finished the season with both cars was just tremendous. And, I think there's more yet to come.
Well, Brad, you mentioned the way that you finished the season and the speed that you guys have had. At this point right now, is it a situation where you look at this year and no matter what happens for the next 10 weeks, it's pretty much been a success just getting those cars into the playoffs?
Yes and no. I think, Regan, the thing that I've been trying to tell our guys and will tell our team and anybody at RFK is that we're pleased, certainly, to be where we're at, to have both cars in the playoffs. And for Chris to have won 3 of the last 5 races entering the playoffs, certainly great momentum, but we're not satisfied. We know we're capable than more than this. And the last thing we want to do is just make the playoffs and call it a day. I think that this team's got a lot of potential with both cars. And we need to go out there and go get it. We need to stay hungry, stay focused, and not get too caught up in our own press clippings.
Before I get to where I'm going here, Brad, I want to say how impressed I am. You know this. I've told you this. I've texted you after races. How impressed I am with the turnaround, the resurgence of RFK. Just an unbelievable story in a quick amount of time, the difference that you've made at that company. But we're talking about playoffs here. Are you feeling this pressure that Chris Buescher is putting on you? I mean, we're talking massive pressure here. 3 times in victory lane before you. Come on, Brad.
Yeah, no, he's done a great job, and we've been right there with him. I think Chris and the 17 team had, amazing speed at Richmond. Here you can see the pictures and videos of them in victory lane, and they were a little bit faster than we were. And I felt like at Michigan, we were a little bit faster than they were, and the strategy just didn't come our way. We didn't get the yellow we needed. And then probably fast forward to Daytona, I mean, we were right there, right together with a 1-2 finish and pushing each other across the line. So, it easily could be either way on all 3 of those wins. Obviously, that's not the case, but I feel like the good stuff's still coming for us. We're saving our performances here, Clint, for the playoffs and the wins when it really counts. Buddy.
He's all rested. He's rested and ready to go. He's rested.
You all rested. That's right, Shannon. Listen to her. She's a smart woman.
You're rested. You're saving your performance. You might have just answered my question right there, Brad. I look at what you guys have been doing coming into the playoffs here, and I look at that 6 team and the consistency, the steadiness of it, and how you've been on the racetrack. Are you guys a little bit of a sleeper here right now?
Well, I hate to say that we're a sleeper or we're not. I think we're just doing our own thing, and we don't really care about what anybody else thinks. We just want to go out and win and put our best performances out on the racetrack each weekend. And, we could win this weekend at Darlington or not. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we were really strong there last spring and even last fall. And we just keep iterating and getting better and better and better. And I'm excited about where this is going to lead to.
Brad, I know that your favorite segment on Race Hub is Radioactive. Don't know if you had an opportunity to catch it on Tuesday, but you were like front and center with the donuts that you were doing on the racetrack. What in the world are you doing here, Brad? Talk us through this.
Well, what had happened here, guys, and this is where it all starts, is what had happened was when the red flag came out for the wreck with Ryan Blaney's obviously a very serious accident, and we had just won the stage. And as I came to a stop, the second I stopped, the inside the car just started filling with smoke. And, last fall at Phoenix, the same thing had happened to me under a yellow flag condition. And really what it was we were just going too slow, and the inside of the car started to catch fire. And so I knew that if I stayed still for any duration of time, that the smoke was going to turn into a raging fire. So, I fired the car up and it's like, all right, now what? I got to get moving. I got to find a spot. Like, well, there's this whole pad over here and nobody's over here. So we'll just run it and keep some air flowing. And thankfully it worked. The smoke dissipated and whatever was about to light on fire went out. So, sometimes you got to improvise, adapt, and overcome here, as my friends in the military would say.
No one is ever going to blame you of not being resourceful, Brad Keselowski. Do what it takes, right? Take the car and do donuts or take a nap wherever you need to.